Knitters, and welcome back to our knitting podcast. My name is Yolanda.
I'm Jordan.
And it is going to be episode...
Welcome back to episode 10.
10 episodes, guys. How cool is that? So it's been like, so our normal probably cadence for these podcasts are going to be every 3 weeks because that seems to work out for us. So I'm just excited to be back. It seems like 3 weeks is forever, but really it's not when you have so much stuff going on in your personal life. And you guys know that already. So anyway,
Alexis is bye-bye.
Alexis is with my sister today, so she will not be making an appearance in this podcast, although if she knew we were podcasting, she would probably be crying right now. So anyway, yeah, it is Saturday, June the 17th, and it is so hot here in Texas. So we live right outside of Dallas, and the heat index today is going to be above 100, but I don't know, I'm just, yeah.
We could have gone to the pool, but it would have been crowded.
I should be used to the heat by now, but you know, you just kind of never really do get used to heat. Heat. So anyway, we got a lot to cover today in this episode, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. You know, I love for you guys to give us a little bit of your time, so I really appreciate that. If you are a new viewer, please stick around. If you see something that you like, please hit the subscribe button so that you will be notified in the future for any episodes. Okay, so let's get started, Jordan. So I have notes, so I want to make sure that I didn't forget anything. And this table that's below us that you can't see is full of stuff.
Lots of cool and colorful stuff.
Cool and colorful stuff. So you know what? I think we'll start with the traveling T-shirt. So we'll do that first. So if you guys are viewers of the Knotty Knit Wits podcast,
Knotty Knit Wits,
you will know that a few episodes ago it was Michelle's birthday, and Michelle got an unusual gift for her birthday, and from a dear friend. So she decided that she was going to make this gift a traveling gift. It is a T-shirt, and if you guys watch, if you guys watched her podcast, you'll know exactly what it is. It's the dog hair don't care T-shirt. Okay, so how cool is that? That she is letting this T-shirt travel across the United States or across the world to see how far it goes and what happens with it. So I received it from Wendy of the Baa Baa YaYa Knitting Podcast. She sent it to me, and it lives in Illinois, and I live here in Texas. So now I'm going to pass this on to Rena,
Georgia,
who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and she has she's a slow knitter.
We've been there before.
Yes, we have. The Slow Knitter Podcast on YouTube. So anyway, it was a very fun and cute idea. You sign the T-shirt and you basically send it on its way, and it comes with a little journal that you can write down little notes about anything that you desire to in regards to your travels. And then last is you get postcards, or you can look at postcards from other viewers and put a note to the person that you are sending it to. So like I said, a really, really cute and fun idea. So we will be sending this on to you, Rena. If you're watching this, by the time this podcast airs, it will be on its way to you already. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. I think, like I said, it's a very cute idea, and yeah, I love it. So what Wendy did also in our package is, she was so sweet. Let me move all of this stuff. She was so sweet that if you watch her podcast, she makes these cute little mugs in the shape of a sheep. In the shape of a sheep, and it says "You knit." I'm trying to see if you can see that. Maybe if I put a paper behind it, since it's glass. Can you see that? Yeah. You knit. How cute is that?
You.
So I think it's something that Alexis can probably use to drink out of. She would think she would be so special if she drank out of that. So thank you.
Drops it.
Okay, I wouldn't have her drink it on like ceramic tile. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it, Jordan. So anyway, and then she was so special enough to also gift Jordan this
Take out my marker.
knitting answer book. And
My own book.
so she thought it'd be a great idea to have him ask questions out of this book for our viewers, and he has one for you guys to share with right now, so that he'll have the answer for you in the next coming episode.
What? My phone's over there.
What?
Give the answer to the...
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so he's going to pick a question out of this book, but he's also going to give you the answer to the last podcast episode where I think, what was the question, Jordan?
When was yarn invented?
So when was yarn invented? So he's going to give you the answer to that question now. So sit, please.
I went to this quick website. Where's
So he's asking these questions, but he's not prepared.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The oldest recovered artifacts made with yarn are string skirts that date up to 20,000 years ago.
That's all?
There's a lot of this stuff, but I'm not the fastest reader.
You were supposed to take care of that before we came on the podcast. You get an F for research. Ding, ding, ding.
No, an F for fun.
Okay, an F for fun. So what was the answer? 20,000 years ago,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Up to 20,000 years ago.
Up to 20,000 years ago.
Anything around that time? I guess, yeah. Yep.
You good? Okay. So that is the answer to the last episode's question. So now he has picked a question out of this new knitting
book.
Answer book. And so he wants to share that with you right now.
Bookmarked with a little tag thing.
Okay.
Okay. So, if you're a knitter, most of the time you carry around a bag that you keep your knitting supplies in. And the question is, what should be in that bag? There are a lot of things.
So there are a lot of things that you have in your knitting bag. This book, of course, is not going to be all encompassing of what we have, but it'll kind of give you a guideline as to what you should have in your knitting notions bag.
Answers in the next podcast.
Don. Okay.
Suspense.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yes. Woo woo. Thank you, Wendy.
I'll keep this forever.
Yes, you will.
Unless I lose it, I'll be really upset.
You'd be upset.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, guys, is our Some Like It Hot KAL.
I will be off camera.
He will slide off of camera. So, in the last episode, I introduced to you guys the Some Like It Hot KAL. This KAL is going to run from the last episode until July 31st. And your entries will have 2 threads out on the Ravelry Group. One is chatter and one and one is non-chatter. This is Jordan's interpretation of summer. I think this is a cowboy hat, some lace, and you can't go through summer without shades, right? So anyway, so this KAL is about knitting something that reminds you of summer. And that is a complete interpretation on your part as to what that is. I've had viewers already who have posted finished objects in the finished objects thread, which you guys are quick knitters, which is awesome. I love seeing what you guys have done. Also in the chatter thread, I love communicating with you and looking at all the different things and ideas that you guys are coming up with. It is going to be so much fun to knit this for this project or this KAL. Anyway, like I said, I'm just totally excited about it. So,
and she said that I look like a state trooper.
Doesn't he look like a state trooper? With this, okay, we were watching Smokey and the Bandit last week, and he reminds me of Buford T. Anyway, totally digressing. So it has to be 50 grams of yarn, and I think that's pretty much it. Now, last episode I showed you guys, and I don't have it with me, unfortunately. I had a viewer to Madeline from the Knitting Square House podcast.
I got it right.
Yes,
I've heard that name.
She donated a skein of what was it that we had heard that we donated? Hold on, let me check. Okay, so I'm back, and I went ahead and brought it back here for you. So this is
Loco.
In the colorway Icicle. Is it on you? In the colorway Icicle. As you can see, beautiful, beautiful. And it is 70-20-10. So superwash merino, silk, and cashmere. Fingering weight, 3-ply, 437 yards. Just like I said in the last episode, extremely soft. So that is going to be a prize for the KAL. But I also received this morning in the mail, literally this morning in the mail.
Yeah, we just drove out there before we came here.
We literally just drove out before we came
here. And then
here.
I ate breakfast. Yeah.
So Joanne from the, Wild Woolly, because I want to make sure I got this right. Joanne is can you see her card?
Nope. I don't have glasses.
Yeah. And I'll post her information on the bottom of the screen for you guys to take a look at. But she has a shop, and it's not on Etsy. She has her own website. It is wildwoolly.com, and she is in Canada, and she sells handmade soap and project bags. When I tell you guys how absolutely freaking amazing some of the stuff is that is on her website, I cannot tell you how fast you need to run to her website to check it out and to place an order today. She was so gracious to send me a gift. Okay, so anyway, she was so gracious enough to send the podcast a gift for this Some Like It Hot KAL. She gifted myself a bag, and she also gifted a bag for a prize. So I'm going to show you both bags, and I'm going to show you what is also in each bag, because once you see this, you'll want to sign up definitely to do this KAL. So the first bag is the bag that I have decided to keep for myself. It has peppers on it. I am in love with this bag.
It has so many bags with jalapenos and things.
That's very popular in the South. It has I don't see if you can see this. It says Knitting Queen. I could take that title for sure, right? Beautiful zippered bag with a beautiful handle attached to it. Flat bottom, love that. So let me show you what's in it. Oh, okay, it has 2 pockets. Look at that lining that complements this bag. She also included sweet orange chili handmade soap. Jordan. I'm going to see if I can get this to focus, because I want you guys to see all of this. See that? Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's sweet orange chili peppers, and you can go to her website to read all about it. Like I said, smells amazing, and I really do love handmade soap. I think it's just a luxury, and she has really good prices on this. Also included in this bag is solid lotion. This is the vanilla, and I think that you guys would absolutely love that. Vanilla is one of my favorite colors. Not colors. Vanilla is one of my favorite scents. Okay. So anyway, so I wanted you guys to take a look at that.
I'm the next Bruno Mars.
Really, Jordan? So anyway, so that is what is going on with, I don't know why it's not wanting to focus today. I think it's also the way that I have it. Okay, so that is what is in this bag. So guess what? You guys get the exact same thing in your bag. And it also comes with a little stitch marker of a sheep.
What if those melt?
A sheep. A sheep. So how lovely is that? So now I'm going to show you the bag that is going to be the prize for the KAL. This is
more peppers.
More peppers. But how cool is that? I'll make sure I get this in. Also, it has a hand
string
tag for you here. It also comes with the same stitch marker, which is the Knitting Queen. It has, like I said, the same two things in it from the other bag. Now, what I will say is she also gifted the podcast lip balm. Oops. One is cupcake. How cool is that? And I apologize for it not focusing that well. And the other one is cotton candy. So I'm going to include one of those in the bag as well, so that you will be able to receive that also. So, that's the doorbell. Hold on one moment. Okay, we're back. So, like I said, you guys go ahead and check out her shop. It is called the Wild Woolly. And like I said, she sells beautiful project bags, which I already know I'm going to get one. She has one that's the burly, I think it's the burly beaver. I saw that and I thought it was so whimsical and so funny. So yeah, so you guys check out her shop. It is Wild Woolly, and her name is Joanne Meyer. She's the shop owner, and her website is wildwoolly.com. Okay, so guys, you go ahead and sign up for this KAL so that you can be able to possibly win this lovely prize. Right, Jordan? And last but not least, Joanne was so sweet to include something for Jordan.
For me. So, it's a little...
It comes...
it's more soap.
It's more soap, but it comes in this cute little soap bag.
And it is called Monkey Farts Soap.
Is that not the coolest? Monkey Farts, right? And it's
for a boy.
Perfect for a boy. She is absolutely right. So Joanne, thank you so much for sending that to Jordan. He is so super excited about that.
There we go.
And he could totally use it since he's a stinky boy. Can you see?
Colorful. Come on. There we go.
There we go.
Nice and colorful. Blue, purple, orange, green, red, and yellow. All at once.
Thank you, Joanne. So that's the end of the section for...
It smells good too.
That's the end of the section for our Some Like It Hot KAL. And if you post pictures on Instagram, please don't forget to put the hashtag KAL. Okay, Jordan. Okay, guys, I forgot to tell you what I'm knitting for the KAL. So, of course, I'm gonna knit a pair of socks. You've seen this in a previous episode. It is called Fruit Salad.
Oh, what? Can I wear them?
No, these are gonna be mine.
Can you make them big enough?
What represents summer better than fruit salad? So I think I'm gonna do a contrasting,
Fruits.
I think I'm gonna do a contrasting heel, cuff, and toe on these. But yeah, that's gonna be my knit for this KAL. So now we are officially done with, shh, stop that. We're officially done with KAL news. So now let's go ahead and move on to finished objects.
FO.
And I gotta tell you, so between the last episode and this episode, I kind of lost my knitting mojo. And I have heard of other people doing that where they just don't feel like knitting. And I kind of had that issue with the last 3 weeks. So it was just kind of weird because I would get home from work and I really didn't want to pick up my needles. Now, that did not stop me from purchasing. Nor did it stop me from watching podcasts. But as far as physically myself knitting, I don't know what happened. But I can definitely tell you,
gone.
No, the mojo, it's back.
Okay.
I'm good now. But between the last episode and this episode, not a whole lot of knitting got done just because I really just didn't feel like it. So you let me know if you have experienced that in your past knitting history, if that's something that comes and goes for you as well. So with that being said, I did crank out one finished object, and it is now, it's another one of my donations that I talked about in the last podcast. Say hi to Sasha. Sasha, say hello to the people. So anyway, so Sasha is wearing a simple, classic, bulky hat that was knit out of
bulky yarn.
Bulky yarn. But it was the Line brand Hometown USA yarn I had in my stash.
Wait, did you change colors?
Yes.
How do you even do that?
I'll tell you in just a second.
Okay.
So once again, it was Line brand Hometown USA. I had gotten it at Walmart, and I had a few skeins of it left in my stash. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and get this knit up into something that I could donate toward the end of the year. And I got the pattern off of Ravelry, and it is by Carol Tyler. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'll put the information down in the bar below so you guys can look at it. But basically, this color is the
It's red and gray.
Tampa Spice, and the gray is called Dallas Gray. So basically, I took the pattern and I just created my own striping effect for this. Nothing, you know, out of the norm. So I added some striping, and then I followed the pattern exactly to the letter. And it's got a little bit of bulk in the back, which, you know, it's kind of nice. It gives a little bit of a slouchy effect if that is kind of what you like or are going for, or if you want to pull it down a little bit further on your head. So anyway, so that is my one finished object. And
I thought you had two.
No, no.
Mofo.
So I'm happy with it. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of knitting done in this cycle, but I'm back. But yeah, now my next object is not a finished object, but I want to call it a mofo. And what does mofo stand for, Jordan?
Mostly finished object.
Mostly finished object. So it's not a finished object. I don't technically, I guess it really is a whip, but I've categorized it as a mofo to make myself feel better. So you guys saw this in the last,
I forgot what I was going to say.
You guys saw this in the last podcast. It is my sister's socks, and I have turned the heel successfully. Now I just need to finish knitting up the leg and do the ribbing on it. But it's mostly finished. I didn't work on it a whole lot because of what we just talked about with my knitting mojo. But yeah, I love the colors. I think she is going to absolutely love it. I like that the purple ended up on the back of the heel on both of these, so it just happened to work out that way. So like I said, very lovely Excited about them. This yarn is Turtle Purl yarns, and this color is City Girl. So yeah, like I said, very happy with how it is turning out, or how it has turned out. I just need to finish it for her.
Oh, can I say something about yarn in general?
Yes.
Okay. So I like how, well, two things. Yarn is always colorful.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Yes.
And it's never just called the color. There's always a different name for it.
It's never just green. It's never just purple. It's the creators come up with nice, fun names, and I think that's one of the reasons why we like to buy yarn, is because not only is the yarn colorful, but the name is fun as well.
It has meaning.
It has meaning. So, yes. So, I don't have anything technically. You can call that a whip, which you should, but it's a mofo for me. So technically, I don't have any more whips.
Besides the things that don't belong.
I did work on my Camp Wilkerson shawl. Okay, we can laugh about it.
Yeah, you broke your promise.
No, I didn't show it to him. I just said that I was going to show it to him once it's done.
I thought that you said you weren't going to mention it.
Did I say that in the last podcast? I wasn't going to mention it again.
Was it mention it or show it?
I think I said show it.
Whatever.
Okay. So yeah, so that is not going to be seen. So I still have some things in my queue, the pick section, which stands for.
I heard a noise. Oh, Project and Q.
you know, you give him a little bit of segue and he doesn't even get on it. So anyway. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is going to be my acquisitions. Okay, I might not have felt like I said earlier, I might have not felt like knitting, but that didn't keep my credit card in my purse. So, the last episode, I want to talk real briefly about something that I bought in the last episode that I showed you. So, this is the Stanwood Jumbo ball winder that I bought off of Amazon before the last episode. So I have used it, and Jordan has used it, and I have got to tell you, if you are even remotely thinking about getting a ball winder, this should be definitely on the top of your list. Very quiet. It makes the most incredible cakes of yarn, and the capacity that it has is unbelievable.
And it's satisfying to spin.
So Jordan he usually winds my skeins for me, so he has been really enjoying this, even more so than I have. Now I will tell you that where I normally wind my yarn is at my kitchen table. But because of how the lip is on my table, this does not work for me because it butts up against the bottom of the table and it doesn't give it enough leverage. So I've had to attach it to my countertop, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But you need to be able to have enough space wherever you clamping it so that it'll get a really good grip. So that's the only, I wouldn't even say it's an issue, because it's not an issue with the ball winder. It's just you need to make sure you have a place to be able to put it. So I'll again link where I got this off of Amazon, and I think it was $65 or $68, but like I said, well worth it. That is my review of this ball winder, and like I said, highly recommend it.
Now I say that it's well worth it. I think in the last podcast I said that was a lot, but it was worth it for this thing.
Yeah, he did say it was a lot of money for somebody that doesn't have a job. So we're good.
I do have a job. I work for Happee Knits.
Okay.
That counts.
It counts. Now, so I love DPNs. I don't knit with them often, but when I do, I thoroughly enjoy them. So I have been wanting to get a pair of size 1, US size 1, 2.25 millimeter double pointed needles. I own a set of double pointed needles, but they are bamboo, and I can tell you, and they're not the greatest quality because I bought them when I started knitting, and I can tell you that those size 1s would snap like a twig. I would not be able to get through socks with those particular ones. So I've had my eyes on the
that's for DP and
double pointed needle. So I've had my eye on these carbons.
DPP.
Jordan.
Double pointed pencil.
Yeah, I've had my eye on these.
Realized twice as long.
Let's see if I can focus. Yes, carbon needles, and these are. I believe they're 6-inch.
It says 2.2.
It doesn't say what the length of it is, but I'm pretty sure that these are 2.25s. So I'm going to knit a pair of socks one at a time, which you guys know I'm a 2 at a time girl. I'm going to knit a pair of socks with these, just so that I can say that I've done it. And like I said, I love double pointed needles. I don't have any issue with them. And I'm going to do a heel and flap gusset. Okay, so I'm not going to do my normal Flegel heel. So
I'm gonna try again for a different heel.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Like the afterthought one.
You do listen, don't you? Nice. So yeah, so I got these off of Amazon, and I think the set was $14, something like that. But I've heard really, really great things about these. And like I do with all of my purchases, I will come back and give you a review on these to let you know what I think of these. So that's that. And then next up is...
It's right now.
I've been wanting to get some of these bulb... I guess they're progress keepers.
These are like 5 inches.
Bulb. Can you see those? Yeah, those bulb progress keepers. They come.
I've seen those before.
You've seen those before?
Really
there's 200 in here. Will I ever use 200? Probably not. No, I won't. But they were super cheap. I think I paid $7 for 200. So if you want to go in with somebody in regards to these, and you guys split them out, $3.50 a piece for 100 of these, that is a win-win, right? Yeah. So I got me some of these because they're very lightweight, and I think they're really good for.
Scanning the barcode.
No, I think they're really good for knitting projects. So get you some of those. I'll put them.
What they be made for?
Well, you know what? Actually, I don't know. These once you open them, they have a point on them like a safety pin. So it just depends.
So you can also use them as safety pins, since you know you're not gonna use all of them.
I'm sure you use them for other crafts, so you know I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. Okay, so next up is going to be, I have wanted for so long a sock blank. So Rena from the Slow Knitter had one. I think she showed on her podcast or on her Instagram feed. I cannot remember. So I quickly went out to Gail's Art on Etsy.
What's a sock blank?
Let me explain.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Thank you. So this sock blank that I got from Gail's Art on Etsy, and I'll put her information.
Oh, it's a bag.
Below. It's not a bag.
Okay.
It's not a bag. And that's her card, Gail's Art, and this is the sock blank.
It's a big sock.
It's not. No.
There's no hole. It's just a blanket.
It's a blank. So I got the double knitted one.
What does this mean?
Listen to me. I got the double knitted one because I knit. You guys know I knit my socks 2 at a time. So basically, instead of it coming in a skein, a typical skein, it comes in a blank. This blank is made by a knitting machine. And as I knit my socks...
So this is basically a skein of yarn that you can use.
Yes.
But it's in the form of a long...
blank. How
What's
pretty.
the point of that? It's just something different.
I don't have to wind this up. I literally
I
knit.
like winding.
I literally knit off of the blank, and as I knit back and forth,
It'll go.
correct.
Oh.
And I will have 2 identical socks because it's double. It's a double blank.
This is a cool color too.
Isn't it? It's called Blockhead.
I'll take it.
She is on Etsy, and cannot wait to knit this up. It'll be somewhere down the list for me because I've got other things in my pick section that I need to knit up.
So this is made by a machine.
The sock blank is made by a machine, but the colors are still dyed by
Hand.
the artist. Yes.
And the artist is...
Gail's Art Shop.
That's impressive.
Is it impressive? And her name is Gail. Yeah, it's a double knit sock blank. And I will tell you that, so let me see what.
I hope you like it. That's a note.
I wanted to see what, hold on just a second. I want to tell you what this is.
Anyway,
It's 463 yards.
I thought you were about to say dollars.
And it's 75% superwash merino and 25%
nylon.
He really does listen. And it's a 4-ply. So there you go.
That's because all socks are made by, well, most socks that you knit are made by that.
I can't do anything that you have to literally that's not superwash, because I know y'all will pick up something of mine and throw it in the washing machine that needs to be hand washed, and I would probably kill you.
12 years.
You won't make 13. Because I do make them wash their own clothes. Okay, so you guys know I love Instagram. Instagram is my jam. And because Instagram is my jam, if I see something that catches my eye, stop. I am probably going to buy it. Hence, my favorite bag maker. I have several of her bags. It is utterly
adorable knit.
Yes. This time I got her medium drawstring bag.
Oh, that's the one kind of like what we gave away.
Y'all, it has chickens. The chickens are knitting. Do you hear?
Oh, you said chicken.
I don't need the sound effects. Thank you so much. The chickens are knitting. I saw this. Yes, they are. I saw this and I was like, I'm from East Texas. I had chickens.
You did? Oh yeah, you did.
I did.
I forgot what happened.
I can't tell you. You know what happens to chickens.
Oh.
Eventually you eat them. So anyway,
what's it good?
Jennifer, yes, if I remember correctly, Jennifer from Oddly Adorable Knits. I got this off of her Etsy shop. I'll put her information in below. And she always, with her bags, you get the Kitchener, a keychain with the Kitchener stitch saying on it, so that you can have that for easeability. Anyway.
Next.
Like I said, I don't know, like I said, I think I transferred my not knitting to buying. Right? Okay.
Or just free time.
Now, next up is yarn I bought from Humble Acres. She has a shop on Etsy. This is her, look at that. Can you see that?
That's cool.
It's called Lisa's Speckles. Lisa's Speckles, because I don't have a lot of, I'm a big fan of,
like a rainbow.
I'm a fan of striping yarn, so I don't have a whole lot of speckle yarn in my stash. So I tried to rectify that with this. It is 75% superwash, 25% nylon, 437 yards. And
it's kind of like a rainbow.
I love it. Now she has, what I love about her shop is every Friday, and I need to get...
It goes on sale.
No. Every Friday she has a live podcast, and it's streamed. What's the name of that gaming? Twitch. She has a live feed on Twitch every Friday, and Twitch is kind of similar to YouTube.
Except for it's usually streaming.
It's for streaming, and she comes on every Friday in the evening, probably around 7 o'clock to probably 9 or 10 o'clock, and she dyes yarn on the show live. And what is so cool about it, she has her own Facebook group, and immediately after she dyes the color, she posts it on Facebook, and the first person to say I want gets that yarn
for free.
How cool is that? So you get to see the yarn being made that you could possibly buy. I watched it one time. She seems like a very fun person, and like I said, how cool is that to watch her dye yarn? And she takes suggestions. You're constantly talking to her, and you can live chat. Yes, you can make suggestions to her, or she'll ask you, what do you want me to make tonight? And that is what she does.
Sadly, today is Saturday, so it's another.
She came on. She came on last. Yeah, she came on yesterday. But anyway, Humble Acres, and I didn't buy just one.
You bought
two. This is, can you see that? Okay, let me tell you about this one. This one is called Acid Trip. Okay? It is black light reflective.
What's that? Oh, black light.
So when you have a black light, it glows.
It goes that greenish, bluish color.
How ultimately cool is that?
That's what people used to find scorpions in deserts.
With black lights?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess
they emit some kind of color that you can see.
They turn tealish.
Really? I didn't know that.
I watch a lot of animal things.
Didn't know that. Well, that's good to know, and good for the viewers to know that you can look at scorpions with black lights. So anyway, I love the colors in this, regardless of the fact that it's black light reflective. I just thought it was just so cool, and I can definitely say I've never knit socks that are black light reflective. So, yeah.
Do we have a black light?
No, but we might just get one just so I can see these, just so I can see these socks.
And then we can go, to the I was about to say the Sahara. It's not the Sahara.
Like main event when we're doing laser tag. Do that right?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure. Anyway, like I said, the colorway is Acid Trip, and it is also 75% a superwash merino and 25%
nylon
and 437 yards. Okay, so we're coming to the end of my shopping spree.
And we got 3 minutes till the camera.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. So last up is Red Heart Scrubby Cotton. Now, as far as I know, this is a new line for them. I saw it at my local yarn shop, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna get this because I want to try it, because you know I'm replenishing washcloths and dishcloths for the summer. So I'm going to find out how this knits up. I will let you guys know.
It doesn't look good.
But it's cotton. It is cotton. This is the colorway Tulip Pink. And
see, it's not just pink, it's tulip pink.
Tulip Pink. And it's 100% cotton. So
that's different.
Yeah, right?
This is sock, or is it just...
No, I'm gonna do dishcloths and washcloths with this.
Yeah, you still have all that yarn from the Dishy Nitpick line.
Yes, I do. But that's okay, because my stash is growing. Because I didn't have a huge stash before last year. So anyway, so how many minutes do I have left?
Yeah. 1.5 million.
Okay, so
Or hit 30.
last but not least, before we end this
podcast,
that's all of my acquisitions. You guys let me know if you have any questions specifically about anything that you saw on the podcast.
Buy some more.
The notes will be in the Ravelry group and below this YouTube video. But last, before the camera cuts off, is I did have a leftover prize that was not claimed from the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I'm going to redraw. I redrew for that last night using the random number generator, and that person is Lisa Clark. So Lisa Clark, if you are watching this podcast, please get in contact with me, because you are the winner of the Ethel Funk cat bag
from the DFW Fiber Fest.
From the DFW Fiber Fest. So if Lisa does not respond to me by the next podcast, which should probably about 3 weeks out, we will redraw. We will find someone, okay? We will find someone to give this bag to. No. So I think that's all we had, Jordan. You have anything else you want to say before we wrap this up? Don't forget to join the KAL. Some like it hot. Post on Instagram so you can
7 seconds.
Use my. Okay, I guess that's it. We're finna cut off. Bye. Bye.